Hey, Steve Magnus here. Thanks for watching the Steve Magnus YouTube channel. And as you may or may not know, beyond my life at Barrett-Jackson and at High Octane Classics, for many years, 7 years, I was tech editor at Hot Rod Magazine from, August of 1997 through January of 2004, I think it was. Anyway, about 7 years I was at Hot Rod Magazine. And along the way, I did a lot of interesting things, one of which was this, the Bad Seed Chevette. You may recall, it was a kind of controversial car. I took a 500-inch caddy, put it in the front of a 1980 Chevette, and went drag racing. The thing went high 11s at Palmdale. And back in the day, a thing called Hot Rod Magazine TV, we did a nice little feature called The Battle of the Vets. Well, we've dug it out of VHS cassette mode, turned it into a online version, electronic, digitized it, whatever you want to call it, and you're about to see it now. So as they say, roll the tape.
This vet is something the likes of which nobody has ever seen before.
Vet.
People talk about it, but you hear a lot of talk on the street, but after I saw it today, I was really amazed by what they were able to do with that car.
We're going to blow the Hot Rod Project vet off the strip. We're pretty confident.
Well, the cat's out of the bag. The rumors are true. At Hot Rod, we have been working on a vet. It's a 1980, and yeah, we know 1980 vets aren't really known for high performance, but we have a really special one. From what I can tell, it's the only one built with a 500-inch big block from the factory. Now, like most vets, your feet get a little warm when you drive it, but it's a lot of fun, and like I say, it's a really rare car.
Well, they've built this secret vet, and we've brought these older muscle vets, or big blocks, whatever you want to refer to them, supercars up to challenge them for the title. We brought a LS6, we brought a 4 1/4 horse 66, and what were cars that were kings in their days. The 66 is the first 427 cubic inch, and it's 425 horse, single 4-barrel, high-rise manifold, and so forth. And it is the second generation of the big block engine, which started in 65. The performance on the car was in the mid-13s at around 105 to 107 mile an hour, depending on the conditions of the track and so forth, based on running the original tires that they came with.
Now, like I say, it's pretty much all original, but it is strange. The floor has been cut out. I imagine they did that for lightweight. There's an awful lot of steel tubing in the car. I'm thinking maybe there was a plumber who had some excess materials he wanted to get rid of. I don't know.
The 71 is another rendition of the big block. It's when they took the 427, punched it out to 454. This particular one is an LS6, which has aluminum heads and high lift cam. It's the last of the really killer big block cars.
Once the tires are warmed, Hot Rod's Battle of the Vets begins, with the 66 427 taking on the 71 LS6 454. Proving once again that size does matter, the win goes to the 71.
This is a 95 with the last of the small block design in the 300 horsepower range. It has a 6-speed in it. It's a highly sought after car.
The hood on this particular vet is really weird. It's steel, not fiberglass, and it opens from the front, not the back. Now, the engine is kind of wacky. We checked it out, and to the best of our knowledge, it's a 76 Cadillac Eldorado motor, but the cylinder heads are from a 1970 engine. And what that results in is a really high compression ratio. Don't know what the engineers were thinking of, but if we put good gas in it, we're okay. It doesn't ping or detonate. But to get a little more oomph out of this, we did put an Edelbrock Performer aluminum intake on it, and man, it picked up some power.
The C5 is a whole totally different animal, a complete different platform, a complete different engine. It runs 345 cubic inch, makes 345 horsepower. It runs a transaxle assembly. The car is capable of running close to the same times that the older big block cars did.
The Vet Showdown continues with the 2000 C5 going against the 95 C4. Running at 13.7 at 105 miles per hour, the C5 progresses to the next round, where it faces the stump-pulling torque of the 71 LS6. Too much power and not enough traction haunts the big block as it spins its tires halfway down the track. Once again, the high-tech 2000 prevails.
No, I still haven't seen it, and even though I did get beat, I'd still be willing to go up against it. I'm not afraid.
Yeah, the interior of our Vet is something else. Like the old L88 cars, there aren't many options, it's all go. This one here, we've got radio delete, manual steering, cardboard door panels, and instead of plush leather, we have a steel seat with a thinly padded upright. And like most Vets, everybody loves them, and yeah, people will try to steal them. Out back, the original Vet stuff has been replaced with more rugged components. We have a Ford Pinto 8-inch rear axle, which is about the same width as the original setup. Ford leaf springs have been used for lower control arms. We cut them in half, and the original Vet coil springs, we retained them, but now they sit up in the cup in the frame and against the leaf spring, the lower control arm, and that's our rear suspension. The original Vet panhard rod was cut off the original axle and then welded back onto this Ford Pinto 8-inch. The end result is a really rugged setup that works real good.
The Vets arrives. The Black C5 finds itself facing Hot Rod's Vet. Chevette, that is.
I was like totally amazed. I thought, I'm racing some old Corvette or something. All of a sudden they spring this Chevette on me and I'm going, yeah, I got it in the bag, but I guess better luck next time.
Whew! I smell burnt fiberglass. Smoked them. $11.99. Whew. Well, they've got the looks, but we've got the power. There's no replacement for displacement, and you could do this at home for under $3,000.
I wouldn't mind racing it, but I think if I'm going to go to a club, I'd stick with the C5.
Don't go away. It's time for Hot Rod Tips when we return.